Boston Red Sox baseball in Nesson is brought to you by Southwest Airlines, by your Boston area Lexus dealers, by Citizens Bank, and by Dunkin' Donuts. Hey, good evening, everybody. Welcome back to Fenway Park. Don Orsillo and Jerry Remy back at Fenway as Manny Ramirez has taken the field by himself. Apparently they have a little gag going on here on Manny Ramirez. He went out there to take the field himself, and here come the rest of his teammates in behind him. Either Manny took off early or they did it on purpose. But Ramirez was out there for a split second by himself, turned around to find out that he was the only member of the Red Sox on the field right now. But the Red Sox have taken the field here tonight. A very nice evening at Fenway Park. And let's take a look at the visiting Anaheim Angels starting lineup, brought to you by Dodge. David Eckstein at the top of the order at shortstop. Darren Erstad in center field. Tim Salmon is the DH. Garrett Anderson in left. Scott Spezio at third base. Jeff Devannon in right. Adam Kennedy at second. Benji Molina does the catching. He bats eighth. And Rob Quinlan at first base bats ninth.
The Red Sox defense is brought to you by your Boston area Lexus dealers. Tonight it'll be Bill Miller at third base, Nomar at shortstop, Todd Walker's the second baseman, and Kevin Millar at first. Left to right, as you've already seen, Manny Ramirez, Johnny Damon, and Trot Nixon. Jason Veritek doing the catching, and on the mound, Pedro Martinez. This will be start number 20 for Pedro. The record stands at 7-2 with a 2.42 ERA. That's second to Esteban Loaiza. Loaiza is at 2.30. Pedro's third in the league behind Clemens and Messina in strikeouts, and first in batting average against opponents, only hitting .212 against Pedro. His last two starts have been no decisions, but they've resulted in Red Sox losses, one to the Yankees and one to the Texas Rangers. 7-1 in his career against the Angels.
The umpiring crew: Dale Scott has the plate, Jim Reynolds at first base, Laz Diaz at second, and Jim Joyce, the umpire, at third.
Let's check tonight's game notes, brought to you by New England Toyota dealers. There you see the numbers for Pedro against the Anaheim Angels in 10 starts. 4-15 since the All-Star break as Anaheim, and the Angels starters 11th best in the American League as far as ERA, but an excellent bullpen. The Red Sox did get to that bullpen last night for the win.
Where available, tonight's broadcast can be heard in Spanish by using the SAP function on your TV set.
Buenas noches, papis.
Top half of the first inning, David Eckstein about to step in here as Pedro Martinez has finished up his warm-up tosses. Eckstein at .256, 3 home runs and 27 runs batted in. Red Sox beginning the night 3.5 games back of the New York Yankees, and in second place. The Anaheim Angels are in third in the AL West, and right now not part of the playoff picture. They're 15.5 games back of the Seattle Mariners to begin the evening, and the first pitch of the night from Pedro Martinez, missing for ball one. This is fouled back and above us to even the count at 1-1.
Now this will be an interesting matchup tonight, as you see Eckstein's numbers against Martinez, but Pedro, the strikeout pitcher against the toughest team in the American League, 2 strikeout. The only time that Pedro's faced him this year, he did get 10 strikeouts in that ball game.
Drops that one in there for a strike, and it's 1-2 now to Eckstein. I mean, the bullpen has not been a friend to Pedro Martinez this season, as he is left with some leads and could have a much better record. This is off the side of the mound into second to Todd Walker, who throws out Eckstein at first for the first out of the game.
Pedro trying to climb the ladder with the fastball against Eckstein. He does get on top of it and get on the ground, but it's right at Todd Walker at second base for the first out.
Here's Darren Erstad, the center fielder for Anaheim, at .256, 4 homers and 17 runs batted in. Anaheim jumping out to the 5-0 lead here last night. Of course, the Red Sox able to come back with a 7-run third inning, and back and forth they went, and the Red Sox, of course, with the victory in the slugfest. Down to first, Millar's going to need Martinez, and Pedro gets over there with some fancy footwork to handle that, and there's 2 down.
And that would be just what the doctor ordered tonight. You know, low pitch innings for Pedro Martinez, because obviously you don't want him having that high pitch count early in the ball game like he's had a couple of times in his last few outings.
Two down. Tim Salmon, the designated hitter again tonight. Anaheim using the same lineup that they had out there last night. And so are the Red Sox, for that matter. Tonight marks the first time this season that Grady Little has used identical lineups in consecutive games. In there for a strike to Salmon. Red Sox beginning the night 3.5 games back of the New York Yankees. The Yankees playing Texas. Thompson against David Wells tonight. Wells going after his 13th win for the Yankees. Just missing to Salmon. Salmon, a career .347 hitter here at Fenway Park in his career. He's at .278 against Pedro with a home run. And he wraps this foul outside of third and is down on the count 1-2.
Well, this turned out to be just a beautiful night here at Fenway Park. They're very cloudy all day. Looked like there's going to be some thunderstorms, but right now, very clear.
And a cloud in the sky to begin the contest tonight. Pedro ahead of Salmon 1-2. Gets the sign and goes to work. Thought about it, didn't pull the trigger. And it missed away. 2-2. Salmon is the Angels all-time leader in home runs. He has 283 home runs in an Angels uniform. Did he go? A check at first. No, he did not. Says Jim Reynolds, and the count runs full now to Tim Salmon.
Pretty good job, Salmon, too, staying off that curveball from Pedro. Started the swing, but was able to check it.
Salmon has the most walks in Angels history as he fouls this one off the home plate umpire, Dale Scott. Tim Salmon actually took the lead in that department all time for Anaheim against the Red Sox May 16th here at Fenway. Gave him his 867th career walk, passing Brian Downing for the most in Angels history. Got a full count now. Here comes the 3-2. Fists at foul off the right side. Pedro got Eckstein to ground out to second base. Darren Erstad to ground out to first. Now Salmon has forced him to throw more pitches here with 2 down in the inning. Again the payoff pitch. Again fouled off.
So much for the low pitch inning. Salmon is taking care of that.
And another tough out waiting on deck. Garrett Anderson. Salmon strikes out. First K of the night for Pedro Martinez, and it concludes the top of the first. Red Sox coming up.
Drinks before lunch?
Water's fine for me.
Water for me too, but with lemon, please.
I'll have a Sam Adams, please.
Make that 2 Sam Adams.
I'll have a Sam also.
Me 4.
Nice. Never miss an opportunity to enjoy a tasty Samuel Adams lager, especially when it's on someone else's tab. Samuel Adams, always a good decision.
So we can get the low financing.
Or the cash allowance.
And the 770 warranty.
Yep.
We should do it.
Yeah.
Now grab our best deals, like 0% financing for 60 months, or cash allowances of up to $3,500 on Dodge Caravan, America's best-selling minivan. Plus, get our 7-year or 70,000-mile powertrain limited warranty.
Sweet.
The remote control always gets them.
Let us prove we've got the best values in America. See your Dodge dealer today.
Hi. Hi, Amy.
It's not her birthday.
Hey, Amy. Hi.
is not her graduation.
Hi, Amy.
In fact, it's not any special occasion at all.
Amy!
It's Tuesday night at Friendly's, where a thick shake, amazing cone, or legendary sundae is waiting with your name on it.
Here you go, Amy.
You and me and Friendly's.
Don Orsillo and Jerry Remy back at Fenway on to the bottom of the first. Let's take a look at the Red Sox starting lineup brought to you by Dodge. Johnny Damon to lead it off. Bill Miller at third base. Nomar at short. Manny Ramirez in left. David Ortiz the DH. Kevin Millar at first base. Trot Nixon at right. Todd Walker at second base. Jason Varitek does the catching and bats ninth. Aaron Seeley on the mound tonight for the Anaheim Angels.
Got operated on last October to repair a tear in his rotator cuff, so somewhat of a comeback season for Seeley. 6-8 on the year with a 4.88 ERA. Started the season on a rehab assignment at a couple of different levels, making his 16th start against the Red Sox tonight.
And their first strike to Damon, 1-1. He's one of 19 active major league pitchers with a career record 35 games or more over 500 as he comes in at 121 and 85 overall in his career. Damon sends this deep to center, sending Erstad back to the track, and he'll make the catch right in front of the wall for out number one.
Let's take a look at the rest of the Angel defense, brought to you by a Boston area Lexus dealers. Scott Spezio will be at third base. David Eckstein the shortstop. Adam Kennedy at second, and Rob Quinlan at first. Left to right, Garrett Anderson. Gold Glove winner Darren Erstad. Jeff DeVannen in right, and behind the plate also a Gold Glove winner, Benji Molina.
So one down. Johnny Damon gave that one a ride to deep center field. Here's Bill Miller, and he sends it through the right side into right field. First base runner of the night and first hit of the night for the Red Sox.
6-game hitting streak now for Bill Miller. He starts this game at 329. Ichiro made some ground on him yesterday. Ichiro now at 340 for the season, leads the American League.
And this Nomar at 317, 19 homers and 77 runs batted in. And Seeley at 6-8 heading into tonight's action. And the pitch in there for a strike to Garcia Parra.
Seeley with the fastball, the cut fastball. You just saw that over the top 12-6 curveball, and also a changeup.
He's now 32 years of age. Resides in Bellevue, Washington during the offseason. The 0-1 popped up into shallow right field. DeVannen coming in. And the Anaheim right fielder makes the catch for out number two. Bill Miller back to the bag at first.
Left fielder, number 24.
Two down. This will bring up Manny Ramirez. Now you would know this as somebody who played Major League Baseball. How do you decide to all at once run out onto the field? Is there a guy that leads you out there? Is it the starting pitcher? Who brings you out onto the field when you take the field?
Well, it depends. Now, sometimes, like tonight, for example, you're on Espen, okay? They may have a guy in the dugout that tells you exactly what time to go out there. It was always that way for the National Game of the Week. And guys get very aggravated because they're accustomed to going out there at the same time. And you used to have to wait a lot of times for the national audience and, you know, get a little antsy, and guys want to go out there. Maybe that's what happened to Manny tonight. Well, maybe they deked him, like you said.
Ramirez sends it to deep right, but DeVannen's back there to make the catch just shy of the track and to end the inning. We played one from Fenway, no score.
Where the FX45 really outshines its competition is in the handling. Unbelievably fast and genius in curves. Infinity's new SUV roars like a sports sedan. The all-wheel drive Infinity FX, the SUV with the heart of a sports car.
Jack, give me a big smile.
Where are the car keys?
Maybe it's time to upgrade your old computer. Step up to the compact Presario with the Intel Pentium 4 processor for just $379.
I've made a lot of news on the baseball diamond, but if you want to find out about this diamond, you've got to go talk to your doctor.
Ready to try Viagra for the first time? See your doctor and find out if a free sample's right for you.
My doctor says it's right for me. That's why I stay with it. For more information, go to Viagra.com.
Back at Fenway, no score after one. H.P. Hood is rooting for the Red Sox and kids throughout New England. Each time the Red Sox strike out an opponent, make a double play, hit a home run at Fenway, Hood donates $100 to the Hood Home Team Advantage Fund, which in turn benefits children's hospitals all over New England.
Second inning back at Fenway after a scoreless first. Garrett Anderson leading it off and jumping back out of the way of that pitch. Anderson with 25 home runs on the season. He's hitting at .310 and has knocked in 89 runs. He wraps this foul down into the seats. Evens up at 1-1 now to Anderson. He's got a team leading 25th home run here last night. He grounds it right side, well placed, slowly into right field for a base hit. So the first base runner of the night for the Anaheim Angels.
Garrett Anderson throughout his career has not had a lot of success against Pedro. Only 115 coming in, but picks up the base hit here on the fastball. It's right on top of the ball. Little topspin ground ball that hits between first and second base for the first hit of the night for the Angels.
Here's Scott Spezio, gets to start at third base. The absence of Troy Glass, still on the DL for the Anaheim Angels. It's a deep and far to right down the line, but it is twisting foul. Spezio at .259, 11 home runs and 45 runs batted in.
Remember last night, Don, we were speaking about Spezio being up in the box against Suppan. Well, it's the same thing against Pedro. He is way up in that batter's box.
Figured he may take a different tact against a pitcher like Pedro Martinez, as this one is fouled off the left side, figuring that he works and operates in the sometimes low to mid 90s, that perhaps he would want to back off a little bit, but he's back up in front again.
Well, that must be his comfort level up there. You see the numbers against Pedro for Scott Spezio. A lot of guys in today's baseball more comfortable back as far as they possibly can in the box. And that's Scott Spezio.
Pause in the 0-2, missing away to Spezio. Now, we see most guys who like to erase that back line as early as they possibly can in games to actually get beyond that back line.
The old theory was that if you're facing a sinker ball pitcher, you moved up in the box to get the ball before it sunk. The same thing with a good curveball pitcher.
Anderson at first, nobody out. The Anaheim second inning. The 1-2. Got him. Second strikeout for Pedro Martinez. One away here in the second inning.
Excellent changeup there for Pedro to pick up his second strikeout of the night. His first was on a cut fastball. That time the changeup to Spezio.
So one down, Garrett Anderson at first, and here's Jeff DeVannen at .295, 10 home runs and 31 runs batted in.
Jeff DeVannen 2 for 3 off Pedro with a home run.
He's been struggling lately, hitting at 161 as he fouls this one off. He's 10 for his last 62, and that average has dropped down under 300. First home run of the season was on April 27th against the Red Sox. Solo home run off Pedro. It was the first home run that Pedro had given up, as that misses to DeVannen. 1-1 the count. Red Sox beginning the night with a half-game lead in the wild card scenario right now of the Oakland A's. The A's continue their series against the Tigers Tim Hudson against Wilfredo Ledesma in Detroit tonight. The A's and Tigers. On the ground towards second. Walker trying to start it to Nomar Fawad on the first double play. Inning ending. Angels are gone. We're through an inning and a half. No score from Fenway.
Searching other websites for low fares? Better get comfortable. Just go to Southwest.com for Southwest Airlines $39 to $99 internet specials when you purchase by August 28th.
You are now free to move about the country.
Doesn't Miller Lite taste great? Blessed filling!
Wait. What about this? Doesn't Miller Lite taste great? Great taste! Great taste!
Blessed filling!
Great taste!
Blessed filling! Blessed filling!
What do you think about that? That's art.
Tell it over a great tasting, less filling Miller Lite. It's Miller time.
I've got an idea.
Pop quiz time. What happens to an engine with too much friction? I'll tell you, it loses power. So you want to reduce friction, right, Tinkerbell? This is new Quaker State. Engineered to deliver a 10% lower coefficient of friction. In other words, it's even better than before, because too much friction. Touchy little gearhead, ain't he? Nice haircut. New Quaker State Peak Performance.
Quaker State motor oils are available at these fine locations.
Any way you want it, that's the way you need it. Any way you want it.
Ford Authorized Clearance is the time to get the best deals on built Ford tough trucks. F-Series has been the #1 selling truck in America for 26 years running. Ford Super Duty has more pulling power than any truck on the planet. And F-150 has more available torque and payload than any other pickup in its class. During Ford Authorized Clearance, get F-150 or Super Duty with 0 financing for up to 60 months or up to $3,000 cash back. Get to your New England Ford dealer now.
Boston Red Sox baseball in Nesson is brought to you by your New England Toyota dealers, by Bob Stores, by Coors Light, and by Volvo, the official vehicle of the Red Sox. Don Orsillo and Jerry Remy back at Fenway Park on to the bottom of the second inning. And a scoreless contest after an inning and a half. David Ortiz gets us started here in the bottom of the second. 292, 14 homers and 57 runs batted in for the Red Sox DH. Ortiz fooled on the 1-1, swings and misses. 1-2 the count.
That's the good curveball there from Aaron Seeley, the 12-6 curveball.
Evens up at 2-2 now to David Ortiz.
This will be the kind of night that keeps Benji Molina busy behind home plate, with Seeley throwing a lot of those curveballs. Naturally, quite a few of them will bounce in the dirt, and a lot of them will be bouncing right off of Molina.
Two line right to the second baseman Kennedy, who's able to make the catch on the backhand. Almost looked like it may handcuff him, but he makes the catch.
Well, game time is Miller time at Fenway and on Nesson. Stop by a participating Fenway area retailer before game time, and you can win free tickets to the game. End up on Nesson, and the game time is Miller time. Fenway seats.
Whereas Zilla's, I don't get that.
So you've always bragging where you could hit 260 in the big leagues. I think there was some reference to that.
I see. Oh, okay, I got it. Yeah, I said if I played every day in the big leagues, I would hit 260. And there have been a few players who have taken me to task on that, and partners of mine here in the booth. 286, 18 homers, 67 runs batted in for Kevin Millar. in their first strike, and it's 1-2.
I'd be willing to bet that you wouldn't hit 260 right now in Babe Ruth League action.
I would need a full spring training. I mean, I just can't show up and hit.
Right, the kids do.
Strike 3 to Kevin Millar. The first strikeout of the night for Aaron Seeley. 2 down.
Seeley's high for strikeouts on the season, 5. He did that in a start against his former team, the Seattle Mariners. There's that good curveball again from Seeley. So far in the first couple of innings, he's had a pretty good one. And remember, the arm strength still really coming back for him. I mean, he's just coming off rotator cuff surgery last October.
Out of Washington State University, the former first-round pick of the Red Sox back in '91. 23rd pick overall. As Nixon sprays it foul off the left side. Nixon at .322, 21 home runs and 68 runs batted in. Aaron Seeley, first year pro ball form was '91. He played in Winter Haven in the Red Sox organization. Quickly up through the chain, and by '93 was here in Boston. Of course, a member of the Red Sox from 1993 through 1997. In Texas for 2, Seattle for 2, and in his second season with the Anaheim Angels. Really, this was a guy that was not overly comfortable pitching here in the bright lights of Boston, and preferred to pitch somewhere else. It seemed was sort of uncomfortable. We've seen others like him as Nixon lifts it in the air to left center field. Over goes Darren Erstad, the center fielder, and he retrieves the final out of the inning. We've played 2 from Fenway, no score.
The volcano is a sleeping giant. Anytime it can stir. Even when it's quiet, a volcano has a lot to say about our planet. My job is to listen to the volcano.
TIAA Craft manages money for Dr. Harold R. Sigurdsson.
Volcanoes, that's what I think about.
TIAA Craft, managing money for people with other things to think about.
When I used to throw my fastball, I used to hold it across the seams and really make it hop.
Was that your out pitch?
Well, my curveball, I held my fingers close together and really snapped it, make a big breaking ball.
Was that your out pitch?
Now, my slider, that was quick and hard.
Well, was that your out pitch?
Yeah.
Let's see it then.
Come into Sullivan Tire today for quality Michelin tires and great auto service. We can handle any curves the roads may throw you.
Presenting the 245 horsepower all-wheel drive Nissan Murano, an SUV for the wilds of civilized society.
Boston Red Sox baseball on NESN is brought to you by your Lincoln Mercury dealers, by LoJack, by Aflac, by Citizens Bank, and by Jeep. On to the top of the 3rd inning, and first pitch swinging is Adam Kennedy, the Anaheim second baseman. Through the first 2 innings, Pedro Martinez with 2 strikeouts so far tonight. He has 1 in each inning. And quickly ahead of Kennedy, 0-2. With Pedro's 2 strikeouts, he passes Robin Roberts for 35th place on the all-time strikeout list. 2,359. Next on the list, Charlie Huff, 2,362. The 0-2. Missed up top that time, and Veritek had come out of the crouch. Pedro's given up just 1 hit so far through the first 2 innings. Leadoff hit last inning for Garrett Anderson. Strikes out Kennedy to open up the top of the third. Third strikeout for Martinez.
Well, Pedro now has a strikeout on just about all his pitches. A cut fastball, a changeup, and that's the curveball to Kennedy. Changed his eye level there. He went upstairs to waste a high fastball and then back to the curveball, down and in.
Here's Benji Molina, the catcher. And number 8 hitter in the Anaheim order. Molina checking in. 280, 10 homers and 52 runs batted in. Number 8 hitter Rob Quinlan waits on deck for the Angels. Against Boston, Benji Molina has a career .303 batting average against the Red Sox. Tardy on that cut, finds himself down 1-2.
Not against Pedro Martinez, though. He is 0 for 7 in his career against Pedro.
Foul tipped into the catcher's mitt. Veritek holds on, and it's back-to-back Ks for Pedro. 4 on the night.
Benji Molina, the toughest guy in the American League to strike out. Pedro gets him on a fastball, foul tip right into the glove of Jason Veritek. Great concentration by Veritek to handle that foul tip. It's Molina and then Nomar, the 2 toughest guys, top 2 in the league to strike out.
2 down for Rob Quinlan. The number 9 hitter goes lunging after that pitch. Quinlan at .476. 10 for 21 so far in his Angels career and his career in the major leagues. The 0-1's in there for a strike. Pedro struck out the side 4 times this season in order, and here he's got the first 2 strikeouts of the inning. Ahead 0-2. Shakes off a few and brings the 0-2. Popped up into shallow right center field. Walker heading out and can't make the over-the-shoulder grab as he handles it on a hop and quickly gets it back in. It's a 2-out Flair single for Rob Quinlan, who gets his 11th major league hit.
Win a LoJack stolen vehicle recovery system by entering the LoJack caught stealing sweepstakes at boston.com/Nesson. Every time the Sox catch a run of stealing, go to the website, enter the date, opponent, and run of caught stealing for your chance to win.
So a 2-out single for Rob Quinlan. What a start he's had. Now 11 for 22 with the Anaheim Angels.
As we mentioned last night too, Don, he's faced some tough pitches since being called up. Add Pedro to that list. Andy Pettit, Barry Zito, Roger Clemens, David Wells, and now Pedro. Pretty impressive.
He's 11 for 22.
That'd be enough to run you right out of the big leagues facing those guys out of the chute.
In the dirt, Veritek up with it and a snap throw down to first base.
Angels like to run. We told you last night they're second in the league only to Tampa Bay in stolen bases. 2 outs, always a good time to run. Try to get in a scoring position. If you make the out at second, you got the leadoff man leading off next inning.
Looks like they spread it around pretty well too. Nobody with an overwhelming amount of stolen bases. The team leader in stolen bases is Adam Kennedy. He has 15. Second is David Eckstein with 14, but it's spread around pretty good after that. Eckstein grounded out to second base his first time up. Bunts at the 1-1. It's a fair ball. Veritek out to handle it, and he fires to first for the final out. Anaheim strands a runner. We play 2.5. No score from Fenway.
I've made a lot of news on the baseball diamond, but if you want to find out about this diamond, you've got to go talk to your doctor.
Ready to try Viagra for the first time? See your doctor and find out if a free sample's right for you.
My doctor says it's right for me. That's why I stay with it. For more information, go to Viagra.com.
Come on, Cupcake, you can do it! Come on, tough guy!
but a fish and empty bottles in here.
When you're fishing for refreshment, a hard Mike's is good to find.
Make it Mike's.
This 2003 Toyota RAV4 was purchased by Melissa Lewis. Does she drive it because of its lower projected ownership costs? Or because of her love of its attention-getting styling? Of course, it might just be her love for the spotlight.
I love when that happens.
Ask anyone you see driving a RAV4 why they do. They're very easy to spot.
Where you're going, you'll need stuff like this. And if you expect to graduate in 4 years, you'll need this. Call now and you'll get a PC that works hard and plays hard when you upgrade to a compact Presario with Intel Pentium 4 processor plus monitor and HP color printer. For only $499 after rebates, you'll email photos, play games, listen to music, and, oh yeah, do schoolwork. Call today and get free shipping and compact notebooks from $699. When it really matters, choose compact.
No scorers. We go to the bottom of the third. The second annual WEEI Jimmy Fund Radiothon will be held August 22nd at Fenway Park. 3 special live events will accompany an 18-hour broadcast, which begins at 6 a.m. A panel discussion with owners of the Red Sox, Patriots, Bruins, and Celtics. A lunch with current Red Sox players and a cocktail party. We'll get back to the cocktail party.
To left off the bat of Walker, and Garrett Anderson goes way back to retrieve it for out number 1.
As I was saying, a lunch with current Red Sox players and a cocktail party with sports legends John Havlicek, John Hanna, and Bob Kwok. For more information, call 877-738-1234 or log on to WEEI.com.
One down, 5 in a row. Retired by Aaron Seeley, and it brings up Jason Varitek. Varitek hitting at .289 on the season, 18 home runs, and 65 runs batted in. Jason over the last 10 games, 6 for 31, has run into a recent snag, hitting at .194 over the last 10 games. And this one will bounce back to the backstop. 2-1. Jeff Supine with a tough night last night in his return to the Red Sox. And 2-1 is in there for a strike. 2-2.
Don't you love the way Dale Scott makes that strike call behind home plate? A little step back and a step to his left.
And this one slash foul off the left side.
It's one of my favorite strike calls of any umpire in the league. Reminds me so much of Leslie Nielsen. Yeah, Naked Gun. That's it.
But he's quick, though. That's the thing I like. He doesn't waste any time. He gives you that strike call, which, as an announcer, that is one of the things that is one of the bigger pet peeves. Is the
Yeah, well, let me tell you something about announcers, Bob. Those guys in the uniforms down there, they could care less.
3-2. Will miss outside to Jason Varitek, ball 4. First walk of the night given up by Aaron Seeley.
They call you Bob.
And a 1-out walk.
That's true, though. Most of those guys, and you think of Tim McCullen is a great example of that. I mean, the guys on the field, the catcher and the hitter know immediately, because he gives a vocal signal, and then he lets the rest of us know. So they're not really concerned about.
They're not worried about
Don Orsello up here.
Joe Brinkman is another offender who takes his time with the calls. But I'm also told that Tim McClellan and Joe Brinkman are both pretty good ball strike umpires.
McClellan's excellent.
Damon flying to the track in center field his first time up. Aaron Seeley now 32 years of age. Stands at 6'5", 230 pounds. Falls behind Damon now 3-0. Some pretty impressive win totals over the years for Aaron Seeley. And Texas, a 19-game winner back in 1998. As he has flirted with 20 wins. That was the closest that he got. He was 18-9 the next year in Texas. 17-10 in Seattle in his first year there. It's 3-1 to Damon. Slashed foul. And it's a full count to Damon with Jason Varitek at first base. 1 out here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. A scoreless contest so far tonight from Fenway.
It's that 3-2 situation again where the majority of the times Grady Little will have the man off at first base. It came up big for him in the game last night.
There goes Varitek. Damon taking ball 4. Back-to-back walks for Aaron Seeley with 1 out here in the 3rd inning. Here's Bill Miller riding the 6-game hitting streak. Single his first time up tonight. The only Red Sox hit so far tonight off Aaron Seeley. For a strike over the outside corner to Bill Miller. And Seeley really in his first jam of the game, as he gave up a hit in the first, but up until now Red Sox haven't had many base runners. Bill Miller skies this to left center field. Darren Erstad moves over. And the Anaheim center fielder takes care of out number 2. So 2 down, and it's into the heart of the Boston order we go. Nomar Garciaparra making his way to the plate. He flied out to right his first time up. There's a home run in his career off Aaron Seeley. Garciaparra, ball 1. Now Seeley coming into his action tonight, giving up 2 walks here. His 37th and 38th walks of the year. He has walked more than he has struck out. 32 strikeouts to his credit this season, and now 77 2/3 innings. And he falls behind Garciaparra, 2-0. Pedro has thrown 3 shutout innings to begin his night with 4 strikeouts. Line foul. Nicely gloved down there in the backhand.
That's one of the best plays all season.
That was a hot shot.
Yeah, nice backhanded play. Gets in a proper position. Used the big glove. Save that guy's face that was right behind it, because if that ball gets by her, it's right off his face.
Major dental work waiting for him. A very nice grab. Would have had a whole face full of baseball. 2-1 missing inside to Garciaparra. Seeley has already walked 2 in the inning and in his outing. Varitek at second, Damon at first. Nomar lifts it in the air to right field. Incoming is Jeff Devannon. And he makes the catch for the final out in the 3rd. We've played 3 from Fenway, no score.
Nobody likes getting up extra early, but McDonald's can help because now we're open at 6 a.m. or earlier with all kinds of delicious breakfasts that'll get your day started right. When your early morning is hard, McDonald's makes it easier. There's a hot, tasty breakfast right down the street. At McDonald's, try our McGriddles, 2 griddle cakes with a taste of maple syrup baked in. When your morning is hard, McDonald's makes it easier.
Is not having your high school diploma keeping you from making the kind of money you want? With PCDI's James Madison High School, you can earn your diploma at home at your own pace. When you graduate, you'll receive this nationally accredited diploma and your own genuine custom-fitted class ring. PCDI also offers career training in some of today's most exciting professions. Get your career diploma in medical claims billing, paralegal, electrician, pharmacy technician, child daycare, medical transcription, interior decorating, private investigator, medical dental office assistant, or get your associate degree in criminal justice, accounting, business management, early childhood education, paralegal, healthcare management, human resources, or get your high school diploma. Call to get free literature on the career of your choice.
Call 1-800-270-2200 for your free literature. There's no obligation, so call now. 1-800-270-2200. That's 1-800-270-2200.
9. Back at Fenway as we head to the top of the 4th, no score. The 4th inning is brought to you by Kentucky Fried Chicken, where you can get $4 meals every day. As we head to the top of the 4th, it's time now for the Aflac Trivia question. And our question tonight, who holds the Red Sox record for highest batting average in a season by a right fielder? We'll have the answer for you in the next half inning. How about a tour of the booth for Somerset's not your typical fan? That's up to you, Jerry.
That's fine with me if they can somehow get up here. We do hold tours up here in this booth on occasion. And anybody from Somerset certainly is welcome. Blue Raiders.
Aaron Erstad leads it off here in the 4th inning. A .258 career hitter against Pedro Martinez. Erstad grounded out to first base his first time up. What a strange swing as he grounds it softly to third, and Bill Miller throws him out for the first out of the inning. Let's check in with Tom Caron. Tom, where are you?
Well, I'm right down here in the very good seats with some very lucky people. You know, it's going to be a battle over these last couple of months. These girls have their war paint on. You guys are all ready for this game. What are your names?
Christina DeMoy.
Tell me how you ended up in these choice seats.
Okay, well, we saw John Henry on Yawkey Way, and we were sitting there, and he's like, oh, where are your girls' seats? We're like, oh, in center field. We're Johnny Damon fans. He's like, oh, you like Johnny Damon? We're like, yeah. He's like, you want to get close? We're like, okay.
There it is, word for word. And James, same thing happened to you. Where did you see John Henry?
On Yawkey Way. I was in a souvenir shop and I saw him and I ran out to get his autograph. And then my dad came out and he said he just like gave us these tickets, and it's
pretty cool.
Yes.
You having a good time?
Yeah. And I want to say hi to my brother, John, and my mom and dad and grandparents.
Okay, and he's also got a sign. We'll hold it up real quick. He thinks Wally should be president. And why should he be the leader of our country?
Because he's the mascot of the Red Sox.
And that's a good enough reason?
Yes.
Well, there you go. Spoken from a wise young fan. Guys?
All right, Tom, thank you very much. Now, if Wally were to become president and he only talks to you, he would have to improve his communication skills with the rest of the country.
That's exactly right. And how about a thrill that they had?
Yeah.
You know, they run into the Red Sox owner, and all of a sudden they're front row, right near the Red Sox dugout. That's very nice.
I know John does that a lot. You've seen that many nights at Fenway Park. Very nice touch, and they certainly are very happy with the development. And they're much closer to Johnny Damon. This is lined into center field, a base hit for Garrett Anderson. Up to second base goes Tim Salmon, and all of a sudden here, Anaheim, even though they've not hit the ball very hard, have 2 on with 1 out.
No, you're exactly right. The one by Salmon was a ball that looked like it might be heading foul down the third base line, that kicked back into fair territory. Here's a pretty good pitch. That ball is down about ankle high. This is some kind of hitter right here, Garrett Anderson. We saw that last night, and again on that. I mean, that ball is about ankle high and still puts down the line in the center field for the base hit.
So 2 on 1 away, and here's Scott Spiezio, struck out swinging his first time up. Waves at that pitch. He has grounded into 10 double plays. He is second only to the Anaheim catcher Benji Molina, who has grounded into 14 double plays on the season. Hard stuff inside. It backs him out of the way. Spiezio's now started 13 of the last 15 games at third base in place of Troy Glaus, who's on the DL. And Spiezio is one of the guys who got off to a tough start. Over the first 38 games, hitting at 191. Over the last 69 games, he's been right around 300. In the year to right, Nixon didn't get a great read at first, but he's able to recover to make the catch. He did not come in right away on a ball that I think he thought was hit better than it was, but tried able to make the correction and come on to make the catch for out number 2.
Yeah, might have been fooled on contact here. It looks like a cut fastball inside, and actually Spiezio jammed a bit on it. There's Nixon going back 2 steps, but then is able to regroup and make the play for the second out of the inning. Did some strange hit balls in this inning off Pedro.
Jeff Devannon grounded into a double play his last time up. For his last 9, Jeff Devannon, the starting right fielder for the Anaheim Angels. Mentioned earlier in the season with a home run against Pedro Martinez. It was his first of the year. Devannon now has 10 home runs on the season. Ruled on that pitch, and he's down 0-2. And starting the season at AAA at Salt Lake, was called up on April 22nd by the Anaheim Angels. And he's been here ever since. Pedro's 0-2 in the dirt. Veritek able to smother it.
To that back pocket hanging out of Devannon there. Probably puts his gloves in there when he goes to take them out. Just leaves the pocket flapping around. It's almost like he lost his wallet. And I know you'd scoop it up and never tell him you found it.
That's nice. 1-2 to count to Jeff Devannon. Tim Salmon stands at second base. Garrett Anderson at first with 2 away. Pedro's 1-2. Gets a piece and fouls it back to the backstop. Pedro Martinez at 50 pitches. 37 of them so far for strikes. Going to keep that pitch count down. That's a problem that he's had this season as he works here in the top half of the 4th inning. On the outside corner for strike 3. Devannon knew it, and he takes with him the 5th strikeout for Martinez. Those score as we head to the bottom of the 4th.
Yeah, I got it. Honey, I got it.
There's a new neighborhood service.
You think I am an idiot?
It's Applebee's to go.
Ruth!
Get anything from our famous house sirloin to our oriental chicken salad.
Ruth!
It's not fast food.
Ruth!
It's Applebee's food fast. All you gotta do is get it home. You got it.
Yeah, I got it.
Eating good in the neighborhood.
Say, Brad, you wouldn't mind house sitting for me this weekend, would you?
Sure, no problem.
Oh, take care of Mr. Jingles.
You never know when an opportunity will turn out golden. Like at the Lexus Golden Opportunity Sales Event, you'll find incredible values on the highest-ranked luxury cars in initial quality.
The masseuse is ready for you, sir.
See your Boston area Lexus dealer.
First, Goldilocks went to the store with all the bells and whistles.
Wow,
could she afford that, Nina?
She couldn't, Zachary, so she headed for the store that advertised the cheapest prices.
But they also had the cheapest quality, right, Pop?
Oh, you kids have heard this one before?
She finally went to Burning Phil's Furniture, which was just right. Yeah!
Excuse me, that ATM just ate my card, and I have to be on a plane in an hour.
Let me see what I can do.
Miss?
Yes?
Just must have gotten a little jam.
Okay.
Your car should be coming right out.
Oh, thank you so much.
My pleasure. Have a nice trip.
I'd like to make a transfer, please. Hello?
Boston Red Sox baseball on Nesson is brought to you by Kentucky Fried Chicken. I love Kentucky Fried Chicken. As we head to the bottom of the 4th inning, I'm told that they're going to bring some up here. They're going to bring some up here to the booth, and we are very excited about that development. Manny Ramirez to lead it off as we head here to the last half of the 4th. Ramirez flying to the track in right field his first time up. And takes strike 2 from Aaron Seeley. Seeley has given up just 1 hit tonight. Bill Miller with a single to right back in the first inning. That's been it for the Red Sox from a hit standpoint. Seeley did surrender 2 walks last inning, but they did not turn out to be costly, as he walked 2 with 1 out in the inning and then proceeded to get Bill Miller to fly out to center field and Omar Garcia-Parra to fly out to right to end the inning. Inside that time, and it evens up at 2-2. And reaches out and gets Pease grounding and foul down by where the tarp is. 2-2. Ramirez, Ortiz, and Millar to bat here in the home half of the 4th inning. And he sends it towards right center field. That'll get down. Devannon cuts it off quickly, the right fielder, and he holds Ramirez to a single. And as he quickly moved over to cut that off, that gets through. Ramirez would still be running, but he stands at first. Well, it is time now for the Aflac Trivia question and answer. And our question tonight: who holds the Red Sox record for highest batting average in a season by a right fielder? Ben Chapman. Now, Jerry, he hit 340 back in 1938, you might remember.
Yeah, he was right about 338 going into the last game. Had a couple of knocks and finished at 340.
You remember it well, I'm sure. Ortiz stands in and takes the strike. Chapman was traded to Cleveland after the season. The Red Sox made room for an outfield rookie prospect by the name of Ted Williams. So they sent Ben on his way after his amazing 340 season in 1938.
Ben wasn't real happy about that either.
Oh.
Loved playing here in Boston. Probably lived over at the Somerset Hotel. That's where a lot of players used to live, you know, not far from right here at Fenway Park. I believe the name of it was the Somerset Hotel.
Walking distance?
Yes, absolutely.
This is away, and the count is 2-1. There are still some players who choose to live in hotels in the home cities. You figure they're there for the season, but return to their residences during the off season. Then again, there are some players who make their homes with whatever team they play in. We've seen a lot of Red Sox players come here for the first time and end up living in the New England area. Swing and a miss by Ortiz, and it's 2-2.
Not like the old days, though. Most players at the end of the season head their separate ways back to their, where they spend their permanent homes, back to their permanent country, obviously. But it seemed like more players in the past would spend the year-round time here in Boston, but not the case anymore.
It always seems like when you get back to the ballpark from a flight, a lot of guys heading to yet another hotel, even in their home city. It seems like you're on the road all season long that way. Because even in your home, you're in a hotel. The 2-2 to Ortiz just misses, and a full count now to David. Nobody out. Ramirez at first. And waiting on deck, Kevin Millar.
Looking down at David Ortiz's pants, it looks like he has bell bottoms on. Remember those styles of Austin Powers?
Fouled off the left side, backing out of play. Did you go with the bell bottoms? Did you have that look?
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
You must have looked pretty snazzy.
Not when I was playing. I mean, when I was in school.
You were walking around.
Yeah. That's some nice looking bell bottoms.
Yeah. So the big wide collared shirt too, ready for the disco.
That's when I was playing. Studio 54.
Big medallion, a lot of chest hair. 3-2 is grounded foul outside of first.
Now this is what Grady did last night with Ortiz at the plate. Sent Manny at first base. He's gone now on the last two pitches.
Goes Ramirez again, and Ortiz fouls it off again. So Manny's had about enough for this.
He is, and he's telling his buddy Ortiz, put the ball in play in fair territory. I had enough.
Sometime tonight. Took the helmet off and did that. That's the second time he's done that now. Manny off again. Ortiz fouls it off again.
Yeah, I think if Manny continues to go, if Ortiz swings and misses, Manny's going to be out by about 60 feet.
They give him the 6 inches. As he heads back towards first base, and getting quite a hand from the fans down there.
It's like running a marathon now for Manny. Now he's got the crowd behind him, so that should pick up some speed on the way to second.
Here comes the payoff pitch. Ramirez off. Ortiz drives it into right field. A base hit. Manny's going to run a while. He's headed for third and beyond as Devon down there in the corner gets it. Ramirez can jog in. Ortiz into third with a big flopping slide. Red Sox lead it 1-0 on the triple by Ortiz.
Well, the best part of this play is obviously getting the run for the Red Sox. The second best part is watching Ortiz dive headfirst into third base. I could feel the earth shake. Right down the right field line. It's going to roll around in that corner for a while. Manny's going to score easy, and it's a good thing because he was probably gassed. But watch Ortiz make the world shake as he dives into third. Look at him go. Second triple of the year. Boom.
10 consecutive extra base hits for David Ortiz. 3 homers, 5 doubles, and his second triple. And just to be sure, with the flop there at the end. Man, he's tired after the 1-0 to Millar. Misses 2-0. After all that running in first base and all the foul balls that Ortiz hit, then he goes and hits a triple, and Manny's got to go all the way around. And he did so successfully, but he is right now on the tired side. Millar hits Takes it in the air to center. Erstad there in his tracks to make the catch. Tagging and scoring is David Ortiz, and the Red Sox lead it 2-0. RBI number 68 for Kevin Millar. The Red Sox lead it 2-0.
When you're at the plate with a man on third base, when a sacrifice can get the job done, you look for a pitch up in the zone. That's exactly what Ortiz did. Millar did here to get the fly ball. There's the fastball, let a high. Perfect pitch for Millar to get in the air with the infield in and get that run home. But Ortiz, he crushed that third base bag. They better check that thing between innings because it might be out of air.
He was moving pretty good too around the bases to get to third base. He was not a small man. The 1-0 in the air to left center field off the bat of Nixon. Erstad is there, and there is out number 2. The fourth inning is brought to you by Kentucky Fried Chicken, where you can get a $4 meal every day. So Nixon is gone, 2 outs in the inning. The base is empty, and here's Todd Walker, who fly to the warning track his first time up, 0 for 1 tonight. The second night in a row that Walker has batted in the number 8 spot for the Red Sox.
One thing it does when you move to the bottom of the lineup like this, takes a little bit of pressure off. Instead of getting those 4 at bats, you may get 3. Instead of the 5, you might get 4. If you get 1 hit, you start to break out of your slump. Had the 1 hit last night, was 1 for 4 in the game. And they're scuffling at that top of the lineup. I mean, a lot of times you're getting those 5 at bats.
Compounding the problem at times. Over the last 27 games, he's hit at 194. And has 2 hits in his last 17 at bats. Hit hard and a fair ball down the line. Giovanni over to play it. Walker takes the turn, but he will stop at first base with a 2-out single. And hard hit by Todd Walker.
Did a very nice job staying back on the curveball from Aaron Seeley. He got him to fly out on a curveball first time up. Even though he stepped out with that front foot, the hand stayed back, and he shoots it right by that first base bag. Giovanni did a nice job playing the ball off the wall quickly, and that's going to hold Walker to the 2-out single.
Now Jason Varitek, who walked his first time up. Aaron Seeley has walked 2 tonight, and they came back-to-back in the 3rd inning. But Nyler proved to be costly as Varitek walked and Johnny Damon walked. And Seeley get out of the inning without surrendering a run. Up and away, almost got away, and it's 1-1 now to Varitek. The Red Sox trying to put together some runs here tonight for Pedro Martinez. The Red Sox getting the first 2 runs of the game here in the bottom half of the 4th inning, still batting. And Varitek sends the 1-1 foul back below us.
Taking a quick peek out of that scoreboard out there, and I see Chicago beat Kansas City this afternoon 4-3, so they move within 1 game now of the Kansas City Royals for first place in that Central Division.
How about the White Sox and the charge they put on? As all of a sudden they have got it together after some of those trades that they made prior to the trade deadline.
I think I just said that, Don.
What did you say?
That was the game I was referring to.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. And the White Sox now just a game back, as you also said.
Minnesota 4.5. They're not completely out of it yet.
The 2-2 is popped up foul. Molina looking back, but it should get the screen, and it does. I heard you. I was just saying that
Well, I thought when you said, how about those White Sox, I thought...
No. It wasn't like a new information. No. I was just saying, you know, that since they made the trades prior to the trade deadline, I was reiterating what you were saying, not that I hadn't heard you. .72 pitches for Aaron Seeley tonight. 42 of them strikes. This one's a ball, and a full count now to Jason Varitek. Walker will be off with the pitch at first. Mike Scioscia's Anaheim Angels 53 and 58 coming in. They've lost 3 in a row. Varitek golfs it foul off the left side. And on the hands this time, and Varitek fouls off another. And Walker's had to run a little bit as he returns to the bag at first. The Angels to begin the night are 4th in earned run average with a 4.15 earned run average. Oakland leading the league at 3.48 and the Red Sox at 4.70. On the ground, softly but foul down the first base line, and Walker will again have to return to first.
Well, both Walker and Manny getting pretty good workouts this inning. Nino's got him cracking up in that dugout.
Again backing out of play above us this time. Looks like they were reviewing the slide that David Ortiz made there in the third base.
What a play in the front row. Ball bounced off the top of the stadium, come back, and a nice play right in that front row down the third base side.
There goes Walker again, and Varitek takes ball 4. So a lengthy at bat for Varitek, and is able to work the 2-out walk. Third walker tonight given up by Aaron Seeley.
But Black, the pitching coach, coming out, that's an at bat that's going to take an awful lot out of a pitcher. I mean, a lot of pitches, a lot of foul balls, and eventually the walk given up by Aaron Seeley. Nobody loosening in the bullpen yet for the Angels.
Well, he's thrown 78 pitches in the game, 36 pitches coming in this inning. And it's back up to the top of the order for Johnny Damon, who fly to the track in the first inning, walked in the third. And in the meantime, Pedro Martinez has been on the Red Sox bench here for a while. Now has a 2-run lead.
That's one of the few times you see Pedro smiling when he's on the bench in a game.
Something that happens every other night here at Fenway Park, other than when he's pitching, but usually you don't see that kind of an expression. You're right. In games that he is starting. Two on, 2 down, Johnny Damon. And he takes ball 1. Damon has now reached base safely in 16 straight games. In the air to left center field, hit pretty well. Erstad moving back onto the warning track to make the catch front of the wall. Second time Damon's taken one to the track. Red Sox leading 2-0.
Who cares what's in a hot dog? When diverse, cast-aside elements come together to form something great, that's the American way. No, sir. Far better to ask yourself, what are you made of? What spice do you add to the national knockwurst? What flavor do you contribute to the high life?
I'll be around, you know I can't stay forever.
The Jeep Summer Sales Drive is coming to an end. Get in on it now or miss out on some of the greatest deals around.
When I'm finally gone, I'm gonna be gone without a trace.
Like 0% financing or big cash allowances, plus our 7-year, 70,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. So get to your local Jeep dealer before the Summer Sales Drive ends.
You are my number one.
Jeff, no wiki.
Is not available. To leave a detailed message, please press 2 now.
Now this is what you call a luxury box.
We can't reverse the curse. We can rewind the week on Red Sox Rewind. Tune in Nesson's new 30-minute magazine show that reviews the Red Sox week that was.
Goes yard. Red Sox win it 6-5.
Red Sox Rewind offers a week's worth of player profiles and interviews, game highlights, locker room reaction, team news, notes, and more. After an exciting week in Red Sox Nation, unwind with Rewind on Nesson.
Back at Fenway, as the Red Sox now have a 2-0 lead as we get ready for the top of the 5th inning. Let's take a look at the game summary. Ortiz with an RBI triple and a run scored. Kevin Millar drove him in on the sac fly. And so far, Garrett Anderson with 2 singles, 2 of the 4 Anaheim hits. Pedro Martinez 4 shutout innings, and Aaron Seeley has been touched for 2 over the first 4. Top of the 5th inning, bottom third of the Anaheim order. Adam Kennedy, Benji Molina, and Rob Quinlan to face Pedro Martinez, who now has a lead with the Red Sox on top 2-0. Third pitcher of the night for Pedro Martinez. Was in good shape in his pitch count here as he works in the 5th inning. On the corner, and it's 1-2 now to Kennedy. He struck out Kennedy back in the 3rd inning, 1 of 5 strikeouts tonight for Martinez. Evens up now at 2-2. Missing frame there by Varitek, and a full count now. Pedro coming into tonight's action 3rd in strikeouts in the American League. Roger Clemens setting the pace at 148. And Mussina at 141, and then Pedro began the night at 137, but he's got 5 of them tonight. And the first walk of the night given up by Pedro.
Well, get the Globe's award-winning sports coverage every day. Call 1-800-984-5335 for 50% off home delivery. The Boston Globe, your world unfolding daily.
Adam Kennedy at first base. It is the 2nd time tonight that the Angels have had the lead man on. Garrett Anderson had singled in the 2nd, but was erased on a double play. And now Adam Kennedy with a leadoff walk. Benji Molina looking for his first hit against Pedro Martinez in his career. He was a strikeout victim back in the 3rd inning. Here goes the runner at first, and Molina chops it to 3rd. Miller throws to first to retire Molina, and Kennedy, who's in motion with the pitch, gets 2nd base.
And that's the kind of things you have to do against Pedro. Get those runners in motion. That's exactly what Mike Scioscia does there. He's got a contact hitter at the plate. Molina does get the bat and the ball, and they get the man in the scoring position. You hope for more out of the hit and run, but the worst case scenario, at least you get one of those guys in a scoring position.
There's Rob Quinlan. So his numbers at AAA Salt Lake this season prior to the call-up. Very good numbers for him. There's a hit tonight off Pedro, a single in the 3rd inning. He was lunging after that pitch.
By the way, Don, we want to send our best wishes along to Kenny Coleman. We understand Kenny's taken ill over the last couple of days, and we certainly are hoping for the best for Kenny. Of course, longtime broadcaster here with the Red Sox.
We certainly do, and we hope that he is feeling better. One of the legendary voices here in Boston. The 0-1 is grounded towards 3rd base. Bill Miller deep at 3rd. The long throw is there in time, and Kennedy's got to stay at 2nd base as Quinlan is retired at 1st. 2 down.
Bill Miller's been fairly busy down there at 3rd base tonight with Pedro on the mound.
David Eckstein.
Bill Miller with only 9 errors on the season down there at 3rd base. Very good number at this stage of the year for a 3rd baseman.
Two down for David Eckstein, who is 0 for 2 tonight from the top spot in the Anaheim order. He's grounded out to 2nd and tried to bunt his way on, but was thrown out by Jason Varitek. On the ground, right side. Walker kicks it, and tough throw, but Millar stays with it to retire Eckstein. Down go the Angels halfway through this one, 2-0 Boston.
Some people don't realize how many nonstop flights Southwest offers, so we created this simple color-coded map to help. Baltimore to LA is red, Phoenix to Raleigh-Durham, blue, Chicago to Seattle, yellow, LA to Austin, canary yellow, Orlando to Albuquerque, teal, Las Vegas to Houston, aquamarine, Buffalo to Phoenix, beige umber, San Jose to Baltimore, pistachio, Oakland to Chicago, sea green, Albany to Orlando, puce, Tampa to St. Louis, pinkish, New Orleans to San Diego, kinda green.
You are now free to move about the country.
Jerry, this is great.
It's the mesquite. Any more chicken? Coming up.
Love the bold, smoky flavor of mesquite? Then try Wendy's new mesquite chicken grill.
Where'd you go, Uncle Jerry?
A delicious smoky sauce, mesquite smoked cheddar on a grilled chicken breast fillet.
I'll have a cheeseburger.
Here you go.
Or if you prefer, on a quarter pound of hot and juicy beef. The new mesquite combos at Wendy's. It's better here.
Jerry, so how's it going?
And our pickup window's open till 1 a.m. or later, so you can eat great even late.
G35, 260 horsepower, sport-tuned suspension, Motor Trend 2003 Car of the Year. A dream to drive. The Infiniti G35.
Back at Fenway, 2-0 Red Sox. Now it's time for Heineken's What's on Tap. Angels tomorrow at 6:30. 2 games on Friday, 1 and 7 against the Orioles. Nesson, UPN 38, Nesson out of markets. And then 6:30 and 1:30 Saturday and Sunday, both on Nesson.
Bottom of the 5th inning. It's Bill Miller to lead it off. Miller, Garcia, Parra, and Ramirez. With the Red Sox on top, 2-0, facing Aaron Seeley, who is getting up there in his pitch count. He's at 81 right now to begin the inning. Threw a lot of pitches last inning.
Well, we got another batch of candles up here today, and Wally also got some candles.
He's having a very quiet, romantic evening this evening. I smelled some burning, and now I know why.
He's been down in the dumps. Even though he still has a smile on his face, but he's very upset at a lot of critics over the weekend for their review of the J-Lo movie. Oh, so that's why he has the picture of J-Lo next to him, because she's one of his favorites.
Critics have been rough.
Rough on the movie. Yes. What is it, giggle?
Popped up, I think it's Gigi, as back goes Molina to make the catch and foul ground to retire Bill Miller.
Well, attention Sox fans in the Green Mountain State. Join Sox Chairman Tom Warner, President and CEO Larry Lucchino, U.S. Senator Patrick Leahy, Vermont Governor James Douglas, and Wally the Green Monster at the Church Street Marketplace tomorrow at noon for celebration of Vermont's contributions to Red Sox history and details of the State Appreciation Day at Fenway Park. That's tomorrow at noon in Burlington.
And we should mention that the candles we received tonight are from Burlington, Vermont. And Richardson, along with Mary Ellen Hannington, Annie Richardson, and Lucy Hannington, nice enough to send us along some candles. We have new Yankee candles up here, which we're very excited about. And Wally has his in his room, or whatever we call this area here in the front of the booth. Looks like he's having a fireside chat.
Well, he's very comfortable right now, especially with the lead.
1-1, he hit high and deep to left. When it comes down, the Red Sox will lead at 3-0. It may not come down. Garcia Parra's 20th of the year as Boston on top 3-0.
Seat ball. It has been unbelievable what Garcia Parra has done here at Fenway Park. He has now hit in 48 of 52 games this season here at Fenway. Started tonight at 329. I should say 386, excuse me. 329 is what he's done in his last 18 games. 386 coming into the game tonight at home.
And with his 20th home run, that marks the 6th season that he's had 20 or more home runs. And he 1 for 2 tonight. He singled his last time up, came around to score on the triple by David Ortiz. There's a strike, 2-1. This time last night, there was no doubt that the pitching was not going to have a great deal of success last night. There was a ton of offense by this point last night. We've not had as much tonight. The pitching matchup here tonight has been a good one so far, but Seeley touched for his 3rd run now. As a Lackey last night roughed up. In there for strike 3 to Manny Ramirez. It's just the 2nd strikeout of the night for Seeley, and out number 2 here in the 5th.
Well, you kind of figured with the pitching matchup in this game, Pedro going for the Red Sox, things would seem to quiet down from a night ago. That's a curveball that starts right at Manny. A little bit of a flinch, and it picks up the inside corner. I'll tell you what, though, I've been impressed with Seeley, especially coming off a very serious shoulder operation. He looks much better than I anticipated.
2 down for David Ortiz, who tripled his last time up to drive in a run. And he looks back at Dale Scott and has something to say. Side.
Well, they almost got Les Otten. You know, he made a catch earlier in the season down there in that luxury box, and he came up to the booth to brag about it. Now, we didn't see it, but that one almost clipped him.
1-2, lifted deep and far towards the triangle, on the run and getting back there to make the catch is Erstad. Wow, he got back there full bore, was able to twist around and make the catch to rob Ortiz of extra bases. Red Sox get another run on top 3-0.
N is for performance. It's for every yard, every minute, every every second. N is for dedication. It's for sticking to your principles. N is for technology, not gimmickry. N is for shoes that fit better, because shoes that fit better perform better.
At Bob's, we know our customers, and we know New Balance is one of the brands they live in.
I've been around, you know I can't stay forever.
The Jeep Summer Sales Drive is coming to an end. Get in on it now or miss out on some of the greatest deals around.
When I'm finally gone, I'm gonna be gone without a trace.
Like 0% financing or big cash allowances, plus our 7-year, 70,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. So get to your local Jeep dealer before the Summer Sales Drive ends.
You are my number one.
For an unbelievable experience? Yeah, you're going where there is no up or down. Mach 3 Turbo. Total comfort, whether you shave down or up. An anti-friction coating on all 3 blades. Plus a strip with more lubrication, so even against the grain, you get less irritation and the closest shave. Can your razor do this? Mach 3 Turbo from Gillette, the best a man can get. Now win a VIP trip to a World Series game. See special Mach 3 Turbo packs.
Don Orsillo and Jerry Remy, along with Tom Caron, back here for the top of the 6th inning. Red Sox on top 3-0. Marcia Parra's 20th home run of the year. We're in the bottom of the 5th inning. And it's on to the 6th. Darren Erstad to lead it off. And Tim Salmon and Garrett Anderson for the Angels.
That last play by Erstad in the outfield, you see why that he won a Gold Glove last year in center field. Got a great jump on that ball. That was hit by David Ortiz.
This one sent foul. It's 0-2 to Erstad.
I'd like to send congratulations along down to the Martha's Vineyard minor league Yankees. Even though they're the Yankees, they had a perfect 15-0 season down on Martha's Vineyard. Their starting pitcher Brendan Long is here at the ball game tonight, so hopefully his teammates will hear that, and congratulations.
Two is on the outside corner, and it's strikeout number 6 for Martinez.
Stay tuned after the game for W.B. Mason's Extra Innings, New England's Red Sox post-game show with extra highlights, extra interviews, and extra analysis, hosted by Bob Rogers and a new lineup of studio analysts. After the last inning, the action's just begin as Dennis Eckersley in the house tonight along with Bob Rogers, and if time permits, there'll be a nice sit-down interview with Adam Jupiter.
One down for Tim Salmon, who reached on an infield hit his first time. This is no infield hit this time as he drives it down the line into the corner. Manny will dig it out, but Salmon stands at second base with a 1-out double, his second hit of the night.
Well, of all the guys in the Angel lineup tonight, Salmon has had the most success against Pedro. 2 for 3 again tonight against Pedro. That's a changeup. That changeup stayed inside, though. I don't think that's the exact spot where Pedro wanted that, and quickly by Bill Miller down at third base. By the time Manny digs it out, the 2-base hit for Tim Salmon.
Well, Garrett Anderson has had success against Pedro tonight too. He singled to right in the 2nd inning and singled to center in the 4th inning. He cranks this one foul back into the luxury boxes.
Boy, that's something you don't see very often. A lefty pulling the ball that far foul down that first base side. Usually it's right-handers that slice the ball in that direction.
This is away this time to Anderson. 1-1 the count. You got to swing Wally's candle around. It's dripping off the backside of his chair. There you go. Chop down the first base line out of the reach of Millar. Tim Salmon coming around from second base. He'll score the first Anaheim run on the third hit of the night by Garrett Anderson, who drives a run in this time. And Anaheim on the board. It's now 3-1 Boston.
Back-to-back doubles. Salmon, Anderson. Anderson now with 38 doubles on the season. Ties in with Aubrey Huff for the lead in the American League. Curveball again on top of it, right down that first base line. Anderson drives in his 90th run of the season.
Easy 0 for 2 tonight. He struck out in the second inning, flied out to right in the fourth. Pedro up to 70 pitches tonight. 50 of the 70 have been for strikes. And Veritek's going to head out now. His time call. He will talk things over with Pedro Martinez. Well, we'd like to welcome tonight's visitors to the Dunkin' Dugout. Dunkin' Donuts is proud to host area youth and charity organizations at every Red Sox home game. We'd also like to thank the folks from Dunkin' Donuts for providing our broadcast crew with refreshments. Dunkin' Donuts, just the thing. On the ground right side, Todd Walker plays the hop and throws out Spezio for the second out. Garrett Anderson moves over to third base on the ground ball to the right side.
It's kind of typical again of the types of games that Pedro's been involved in this year. Very close, a 3-1 ball game.
Jeff Devanen's 0 for 2. He grounded out into a double play in the second inning, struck out looking in the fourth. On the ground right side, Walker handles it on to Millar for the final out of the inning. The Angels do get one back. We play 5.5. It's 3-1 Boston.
We could fix this place up.
Yeah, an end table, lamp, couple of pictures, area rug.
Then we could call it home.
Introducing Magner's Irish Cider, Ireland's original hard cider, for a unique kind of refreshment. Because let's face it, there's no thirst like an Irish thirst. Magner's Irish Cider, real cider, imported from Ireland.
Jack, give me a big smile.
Where are the car keys?
Maybe it's time to upgrade your old computer. Step up to the compact Presario with the Intel Pentium 4 processor for just $379.
No! Take it easy.
Until you start your day at Dunkin' Donuts, things are just a little off.
Back at Fenway, 3-1 Red Sox lead. The Red Sox Fantasy Camp for Kids is coming up August 18th and 19th at the Melrose Sports Complex. Boys and girls aged 7 and 15 will enjoy 2 days of baseball instruction, an appearance by Louis Tion and Pete Grenier, and a trip to Fenway Park where campers will be introduced prior to the August 19th game. To reserve your spot, call 1-800-336-2267.
That's on to the bottom of the sixth inning with the Anaheim Angels getting a run in the top half of this inning. Red Sox on top 3-1. Kevin Millar, Trot Nixon, and Todd Walker to bat here in the inning. Millar struck out looking in the second inning, hit a sac fly in the fourth. the air to left center field. Erstad got kind of a late break, and that'll fall for a base hit. First hit of the night for Millar. The Red Sox have the lead man on. Let's check in with Tom Caron. Tom, where are you?
John, we are with John, but Don, we are across Lansdowne Street on the roof of the garage over here where Nomar's home run hit a car clean in the air. Tell me about it. John got the ball here. Tell me about it.
Just saw it coming out over the monster seats and hit the car, and it was laying right next to the car on the ground.
So one of 34,000 some odd fans are going to get out here tonight, be a little bummed when they see their car.
One got tagged in BP, so that's the second one tonight.
And in true American spirit here, with the ball.
I sold it to somebody up in the green monster seats for a decent figure.
So John's happy. The insurance broker will be happy. Everybody's happy except the guy who drives the white car, guys.
Isn't that the American way? Selling the baseball.
How long did he actually have it in his possession? I think less than 10 minutes.
Until the cash came out of the guy's pocket.
Nixon with a count of 1-0 takes the strike over the outside corner.
Hope TC's got his credentials with him. He won't be able to get back in the ballpark.
Millar back to the bag. Millar leading off with a single to left center field. Second time tonight the Red Sox have had the lead man on. Ramirez led off the fourth inning with a single and scored on the triple by David Ortiz. In there for a strike. 1-2 now to Nixon. Vasili's getting up there. He's at 103 pitches in this outing for the Anaheim starter. And Ben Weber, who we did not see last night, but we've seen plenty of. The right-hander up in the pen. Nixon strikes out. They went up top to get Nixon that time. Third strikeout for Aaron Seeley.
And the fastball only registered at 88 miles an hour, but it certainly sounded harder than that as you get Trot Nixon to chase that letter high fastball. I must admit, Don, I'm seeing more out of Seeley than I expected. Now, we have not seen the Angels for a long time. We didn't see Aaron in that first series that the Red Sox played here and, of course, back in Anaheim, but he's come a long way since that surgery.
And a lot of pitches here tonight for him as he works now to Todd Walker. He's 1 for 2 tonight. A single to right field his last time up. Seeley giving up 2 runs in the 4th inning, and then the solo home run by Nomar Garciaparra in the 5th. Nomar's 20th home run of the season that cleared everything in left and was sold just moments ago.
To the highest bidder.
The highest bidder. And it's 2-1 now to Todd Walker. Eight shutouts over the last 5 full seasons for Aaron Seeley. He's tied for 3rd in the major leagues during that span with Mike Mussina and David Wells. Only Randy Johnson, Greg Maddux have thrown more than Aaron Seeley. Swing and a miss, and it's 2-2 now to Todd Walker. Full count to Walker with Jason Varitek waiting on deck.
Might be some signs of fatigue with the high pitch count for Seeley. A number of these pitches upstairs, and I don't think all by design.
There goes Millar, and it is ball 4 to Walker. So Todd Walker getting the 1-out walk. It is the 4th walk given up by Aaron Seeley. And the Red Sox with 2 on and 1 away.
Looks like Mike Socha getting ready to bust a move here out of the dugout.
So Aaron Sele hangs in there for 110 pitches tonight, so far responsible for the 3 runs that the Red Sox have. And responsible for the runners on. Millard at second base, Todd Walker at first with 1 down. And Socha will make the change as Weber makes his way in from the bullpen. A pitching change here in the last of the 6th. Red Sox on top 3-1.
Kennedy! Where's Kennedy?
Here.
You sold my wife a Caravan yesterday.
It is the summer sales drive.
With low financing and the warranty?
Yeah.
Can I get the same on a Hemi Ram?
Now get 0% financing for 60 months or a $2,500 cash allowance on our best products like Dodge Ram 1500. Plus get our 7-year or 70,000-mile powertrain limited warranty.
Let us prove we got the best values in America. See your Dodge dealer today.
Looks like you're enjoying a quality meal at a casual dining restaurant for about $8.
Oh, no. I'm much smarter than that.
So you went to KFC and got the same quality meal for half the price. That's
Genius? I know.
Now get a breast meal, 2-piece meal, or a 3-strip meal, each for only $4 every day. Save even more when you feed the whole family with KFC's 10-piece family meal. At less than $4 a person, you've got to be the smartest family around.
Yeah, we know.
Feed your family for less than $4 a person at KFC.
Presenting the 245 horsepower all-wheel drive Nissan Murano, an SUV for the wilds of civilized society.
Back at Fenway, 3-1 Red Sox here in the bottom of the 6th. Will keep cool as the season heats up. Sport your summer threads. Get your Major League Baseball authentic caps, jerseys, T-shirts, and more at RedSox.com. The RedSox.com shop for all things baseball.
Where's that? Sanford? Sanford, Maine. That's where that is. Oh, nice one out there. And the monster seats. They got to see that ball go up and over everything out there an inning ago.
Well, we got a great story about the home run. Tom Caron was out interviewing where the ball went through the windshield of the car. Well, this is no lie. 2 seconds later, he finds out that a ball in batting practice went through his windshield. Tom Caron's. He's in tears out behind the green monster.
The investigative reporter that he is, only to find out that it was his car that was hit.
There you see the numbers for Ben Weber, 47. That's the most on the Angels pitching staff. He's faced the Red Sox 3 times this season. A total of 3 2/3 innings. Has not allowed a earned run.
The 0-1 is a foul ball. Molina goes out to get it aggressively, but a foul ball indicated by the home plate umpire Dale Scott.
Imagine Tom going out there to do a report on a ball that Nomar hit through somebody's windshield, and comes to find out as he takes about 5 steps to his right that his car got smoked during batting practice.
Did you hear the guy when he had him on? He said, yeah, there was another window that was hit in batting practice. And Tom Caron kind of laughed it off. Wanted to find out that it was his. Up and away to Veritek, 1-2 the count. Well, Tom makes an extraordinary amount of money, and it should not be a problem to replace whatever window that is, front or side or wherever the Tom Caron mobile was hit.
Drives a Bentley, I think, doesn't he?
Yes, I think it been. No, it's one of those limited edition Mercedes. 2-2. Weber is very animated on the mound. A lot of huffing and puffing from the right-hander. 2-2. Veritek goes lunging and strikes out. So Weber comes on and strikes out the first Red Sox batter that he faces. And there's 2 down in the inning. Let's go to the gentleman who is bemoaning his foul ball. Hey, how you doing, Tom?
Oh, I'm having a great night. Thanks very much, Tom. Just to clear it up, it wasn't my windshield. It was actually the hood of the car that got a dent. And it was great because I'm laughing and joking about this guy whose window got smashed. He said, yeah, BP hit another one. Come check it out. Sure enough, it was my car. So I got to call my adjuster in the morning.
What are you going to do about the dent in the Mercedes now?
No, the family SUV took the hit.
That's right. He has multi-cars.
At least he'll be able to drive it home.
This is true. Even 0 for 2 with a walk tonight, batting with 2 on and 2 outs.
And we highlighted this bullpen last night. Red Sox fortunate last night to get to Donnelly for a run, but boy, they're very strong. Best in the American League right now, numbers wise.
Heyman grounds it towards the shortstop Eckstein. He'll flip the easy way to second, and that'll do the inning. Ben Weber comes on and gets out of any trouble. We played 6-3-1 Boston.
Look forward to getting your bill when you save money with Comcast Digital Phone Service. Enjoy low long-distance rates and unlimited local calling. Even keep your number. Another smart choice from the company committed to the best in entertainment and communication. Comcast.
Check out page 2. Well, she told me she had to go. It sounded like she
Music Choice presents Cedar Live, plus Boy Sets Fire. Cedar and Boy Sets Fire, CDs on sale now at FYE. And for more great programming, including music and movies, call today and ask about digital cable.
All this week on Real Life, Orleans, Graham Nash,
teach your children well.
Marilyn Scott, sweet as a baby, and much more. Real life's real music. And
is this worth anything, Dr. Lori?
Trash or cash?
This clock belonged to my grandfather.
It's time to clean out the attic and find out what your hidden treasures are really worth. Real Life, all this week, 6:30 Eastern on CNA, Smart TV.
Boston Red Sox baseball on NESN is brought to you by Dodge, by Samuel Adams Boston Lager, and by Foxwoods Resort Casino. Don Orsillo and Jerry Remy back at Fenway as we head to the top half of the 7th inning. Red Sox on top by 2, 3-1. Pedro Martinez working the first 6 innings and surrendered a run last inning to Anaheim. 72 total pitches for Pedro, 52 of them strikes. And he faces the bottom third of the Anaheim Angels order: Adam Kennedy, Benji Molina, and Rob Quinlan here in the top half of the 7th. Kennedy 0 for 1 with a walk. He struck out back in the 3rd inning. One of 6 strikeouts tonight for Pedro. He's walked only 1. Texas and New York tied at 1 in the bottom of the 6th inning at Yankee Stadium, while Oakland is winning again tonight 6-2 at Detroit. This is hit high in the air to left center field. This will send Damon back to the track at the wall. He jumps and he makes the catch. Johnny Damon in left center field. He's been spectacular as a member of the Red Sox, and he does it again out there.
Well, The two girls who got John Henry's seats in the front row certainly happy about that catch by Johnny Damon. Listen to the ovation. Back to the wall, back up against the wall, crashes into it and makes the catch. Wow. Boy, did he time that just perfect, and then smacks his back into that wall.
And he gets a standing O from the Fenway faithful after another great catch from Damon. Not an easy center field, but he's manned it so well. Molina fouls that pitch off, and it's 0-2.
You know, one thing center field does here at Fenway Park, I mean, it's so difficult to play because of all the angles, but man, you can make some spectacular catches out there, and that's one of the best.
Just a bloop out towards right field. It'll fall for Molina, and his first career hit against Pedro Martinez. A one-out bloop single to right for Molina.
Molina always a tough out because he makes contact. The cut fastball looked like a little bit outside, but still able to reach out and punch the base hit in front of Trot Nixon. Anaheim out hitting the Red Sox 7-6 in this ball game, but the Red Sox do have the lead.
Millard plays in behind Molina at first base as Quinlan stands in. Quinlan with a single to center field in the third. He grounded out to third base in the fifth. 1 for 2 so far tonight from his number 9 spot. It's a strike, and it's 1-1. Now to Quinlan with the top of the Anaheim order waiting on deck, David Eckstein.
'82 pitches for Pedro. Red Sox bullpen quiet right now.
For a strike, and it's 2-2 to Quinlan. The Yankees have taken a lead in the bottom of the 6th inning now. New York on top 2-1. Jason Giambi has hit his 33rd home run of the year in the bottom of the 6th to give New York the 2-1 lead. Oakland on top in their game 6-2 with Chavez with a 2-run home run. Just missing, framed by Veritek, but a full count now to Quinlan. For strike 3. 7th strikeout of the night for Pedro Martinez, and out number 2 here in the top of the 7th.
Well, Mike Scioscia looking out, questioning that call, but a little better pitch to the one before. Veritek had questioned the prior pitch. Outside, said to Dale Scott, that time right on the corner for the strikeout.
So 2 down. Benji Molina still at first base, and here's David Eckstein. He's grounded out 3 times tonight. 0 for 3. In the air to left field. Ramirez heading back at the track. This will hit up off the wall. The ricochet played by Damon. Molina stopping at third base. The wall ball double for David Eckstein.
Well, it doesn't look like much, but that's another great play by Johnny Damon. Not as dramatic, obviously, as the catch against the wall, but he does a great job here backing up Manny Ramirez. Eckstein playing with that left field wall about halfway up, but watch Damon's positioning. He's going to get behind Manny and play that ball, and that's going to hold a runner at third base. So instead of a run scoring, because Damon backed up that play, you've got second and third. They don't have a run yet.
Two in scoring position with 2 down. Darren Erstad coming up. He has been 0 for 3 tonight against Pedro Martinez. 2 groundouts and a strikeout. First base is open with runners at second and third. Just 174 in this situation in the past with 2 outs and runners in scoring position this season. Pedro strikes off ahead. Too far inside that time, and it's 1-1. Pedro at home this season, 5-1 with a 3.26 earned run average. Away from Fenway, a 2-1 record, but to the ERA lower, 1.85 on the road. There's a strike, and it's 1-2 to Erstad. This will bring them to their feet at Fenway with 2 outs in the inning. 2 in scoring position for the Angels. The Red Sox on top by 2. And a count of 1-2 to Darren Erstad. Erstad stays alive.
Erstad grabbing behind his right knee. That's where he had that hamstring problem. He's wearing a brace on that right now. You can see that brace. So certainly not at 100% as Darren Erstad.
It's amazing he was able to run full bore back into the triangle to rob David Ortiz of an extra base hit earlier. With a great defensive catch. Even with that ailing leg. Again the 1-2. Did he go a check or third? No, says Jim Joyce. Really close as it appeared he kind of punched at it. 2-2.
That's a gutsy call by Jim Joyce. You got the whole place standing hoping for the strikeout. You get the quick appeal by Veritek. But it doesn't fall for all the noise. He calls it a check swing. And I think a good call.
Pedro ready to 2-2 on the ground foul. That'll end up in the Red Sox dugout down there.
And a steady diet of inside fastballs with the 2 strikes so far to Erstad. Another meeting between Veritek and Pedro. There'll be no sign when Veritek gets behind home plate. They'll know what they want to throw.
Erstad broke the bat on that last grounder foul into the Red Sox dugout. Eckstein at second base, Molina at third, 2 down here in the top half of the 7th inning. Red Sox on top 3-1. Martinez staring in to get the sign from Jason Veritek. Finds out what he'll throw. And the 2-2. Chop right back to him. Pedro's got it. He'll throw to first. Inning over. Anaheim strands 2 in scoring position. 7th inning stretch time. 3-1 Red Sox.
Top of the 8th, 3-1 Red Sox. Stay tuned after the game for W.B. Mason's Extra Innings, New England's Red Sox postgame show with extra highlights, extra interviews, and extra analysis. Hosted by Bob Rogers and a lineup of studio analysts. After the last inning, the action's just beginning.
Top of the 8th inning, and Tim Salmon to lead it off against Martinez in there for a strike. Red Sox have a new first baseman. David McCarty taking over at first. Came on defensively last night in the 9th inning. Newest member of the Red Sox, known as a very good defensive first baseman. Strike 2 to Salmon, and he has a word or two for Dale Scott. He finds himself down 0-2. Tim Salmon, Garrett Anderson, and Scott Spezio expected here in the top of the 8th. Pedro's thrown 95 pitches as he works in the 8th. Sent foul, still 0-2 to Salmon. Pedro with 7 strikeouts. He has walked 1. One and 2 now to Salmon. He's given up just the 1 run. That was in the 6th inning. And Tim Salmon scored on a double by Garrett Anderson. The only run given up by Martinez tonight. Struck him out. Strikeout number 8 for Pedro Martinez, and he opens up the 8th by way of the K. Let's check in with Tom Karen. Tom?
Don, thank you very much. Time for our Citizens Bank Not Your Typical Fans. In 2000, Quinn Canale died in an accident while playing for his youth hockey team. His parents out here tonight throwing out the first pitch in honor of Quinn's legacy. Tell us about Quinn's legacy, Stephen.
Quinn's legacy was founded in honor of Quinn. We're going to build a 2-sheet ice rink in his memory, and it's for the kids. It's self-esteem, self-confidence. It's about organized sports, and that's what we're doing.
And Tess, you were the lucky one to throw out the first pitch tonight. Were you nervous?
I was nervous coming up to it, but I just threw it out, and I was shaking when I came off. But it was fun, and it's a great honor. So.
And you threw a great strike quickly, Stephen. When do you hope that maybe you can finish this project by?
We're hoping to be open sometime this time next year. A lot of things have to come in place, but it looks like it's going to happen. And we're got our fingers crossed. Be open this time next year.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Guys, back to you.
All right, Tom, thank you very much. The 0-2 to Anderson is over the outside corner, strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts for Pedro, 9 of them in all.
Now Pedro's got a little extra going here in the 8th inning. 2 guys that have given him problems tonight, Salmon and Anderson. 5 hits between them. Back-to-back strikeouts and both on the fastball. It was an inside fastball to Salmon, an outside fastball to Garrett Anderson.
Two down for Scott Spezio. Is 0 for 3 tonight and waves at that pitch. Pedro up over 100 now at 102, 74 of them for strikes. Sums up 1-1.
Somewhere along the line you need some help, and tonight he got some help defensively. Johnny Damon with that great catch in the 7th inning. Then the other play backing up Ramirez that left the men at 2nd and 3rd. They never did score.
Pedro tonight with a strikeout in the 1st, 1 in the 2nd. He struck out 2 in the 3rd, 1 in the 4th, 1 in the 6th, 1 in the 7th, and the first 2 of the 8th. Breaking ball missing away, 2-1. Did he go? Yes, he did. Jim Joyce, third base umpire, said he did. And taking a long stroll away with Spezio. Good distance from the plate after he got the bad news.
The crowd looking for the punch-out.
Pedro Martinez with 9 strikeouts tonight. Is 2-2. Slashed foul backing out of play. Pedro has struck out 10 or more in a game 91 times in his career. 4 times in 2003. He's stuck on 9 right now. His 2-2 pitch misses inside. It's a full count now on Spezio. He has walked only one tonight. Number 10 for Pedro Martinez. He strikes out the side of the 8th. Salmon, Anderson, and Spezio all down by way of the K. 3-1 Boston at the end of 7.5.
Introducing the new Nissan Murano for your adventures in on-roading.
Do you know you are 1 year old today?
First birthday.
Goodness, happy birthday, sweetheart. Oh, that's good.
Let's open the present.
Okay, you want to go open the present?
Let's see what we got here, huh?
Oh, look. What's in that box, Daddy? Oh, my goodness.
You got a big screen TV.
Sears offers top brand projection TVs like Hitachi. Great credit options and a Price Match Plus policy. Sears, good life, great price.
McDonald's new Chicken McNuggets are made with all-white meat and are sprinkled with seasonings created by a fine chef. We like to think of it as poulet mignon at McDonald's. Yes, that McDonald's.
Up to 16 varieties of spring greens, sweet, juicy grape tomatoes, 4 delicious Newman's Own all-natural dressings, 3 amazing new premium salads. Only at one great place. McDonald's. Yeah, that McDonald's.
Kennedy! Where's Kennedy?
Here.
You sold my wife a caravan yesterday.
It is the summer sales drive.
With low financing and the warranty?
Yeah.
Can I get the same on a Hemi Ram?
Now get 0% financing for 60 months or a $2,500 cash allowance on our best products like Dodge Ram 1500. Plus, get our 7-year or 70,000-mile powertrain limited warranty.
Let us prove we got the best values in America. See your Dodge dealer today.
Don Orsillo and Jerry Remy back at Fenway Park as we head to the last half of the 8th inning. Boston on top 3-1. Let's take a look at the game summary so far in this one. Nomar Garciaparra with a solo home run, his 20th. David Ortiz with an RBI triple and a run. And Garrett Anderson with 3 hits, including being responsible for Anaheim's only run. Aaron Seeley chased after 5 1/3 on the hook as he gives up 3 runs. Pedro Martinez has gone the first 8, giving up just 1 run, striking out 10 and walking only 1. As we head to the last half of the 8th, and a new pitcher on for Anaheim, Gary Glover.
Glover coming over to the Angels in that trade that involves Scott Schoenweiss going to the White Sox. 3rd appearance in a Anaheim uniform, his 27th overall on the season.
Facing Trot Nixon, who's 0 for 3 tonight. The 3rd pitcher used tonight. He takes over for Ben Weber, who in an inning and 2/3 giving up a hit, no runs. He walked one, it was intentional, and he struck out 3.
Beach ball loose in center field. No action in the Red Sox bullpen, so it looks like it'll be Pedro coming out for the 9th. Very respectable pitch count in this game. He has 1 complete game on the season.
2-2 now to Nixon as he fouls it back to the backstop. Oakland with a 9-3 lead tonight over the Tigers. And last check, the Yankees had the 2-1 lead over the Texas Rangers. David Wells in search of his 13th win of the year there for New York. Nixon strikes out to begin things here in the bottom of the 8th inning.
Well, now it's time for the Sam Adams good decision of the game, and the good decision, David Ortiz, after fouling off a number of pitches, slaps one in the corner so Manny can score easily after being tied. And in Ortiz with the head first slide in the third, he eventually came on to score. The Red Sox scored 2 in that inning. Sam Adams, when you're ready for a tasty brew, always a good decision.
Todd Walker 1 for 2 tonight. Fly to the track in the 3rd inning, singled down the line in right field in the 4th, and then walked in the 6th inning. He sends this into left center field for a base hit. Erstad runs it down. Walker trying to get 2. The throw in gets away from Kennedy, and fortunate for Walker that it did, and he gets to second base.
Now, since dropping down in the order, 1 for 4 last night, 2 for 3 tonight with a couple of doubles for Todd Walker. So maybe by dropping down in the 8th spot, a little pressure off, time to get your swing back in gear, and maybe Todd Walker's heading in that direction. A short hop, and because of that, can't be handled cleanly by Kennedy, and Walker in with a 2-base hit.
We'll have a pinch runner. Damian Jackson will pinch run for Todd Walker. And there's Damian Jackson running at second base. Red Sox trying to get some more insurance here, on top by 2. 3-1 as the Red Sox bat here in the bottom of the 8th. Jason Varitek at the plate. He's walked twice tonight and struck out. Missing away that time. 1-1 now to Varitek.
Love it throwing hard. That was a 95-mile-an-hour fastball.
The native of Cleveland, Ohio, originally selected by the Toronto Blue Jays in the 15th round in 1994. It's that one by Varitek. 93. 1-2 now to the Red Sox catcher. Two and 2 now to Varitek. Gary Glover at one point was a starter. 5.72 earned run average in the major leagues as a starter. Started 32 career games, but 81 games as a reliever with the 3.81 earned run average. Varitek lines a 2-2 in right field for a base hit. Jackson will be stopped at third. A wide turn, but coverage will send him back to third. And a single to right for Varitek. Red Sox with runners at the corners and 1 down.
Now, Devan has been playing pretty shallow out there in right field just about this whole series. And well, he put a heck of a charge on this line drive by Varitek, and they have no choice but to hold up Damian Jackson even with his speed. Ball hit hard by Varitek. To see how shallow he's playing. The 1 bounce makes a very strong throw in the home plate. Infield about halfway, and of course always the chance of a squeeze this late in the game.
Damon swinging away as they went up top that time. Another fastball, 93 miles per hour from Gary Glover.
Scoreboard is not reading an out there in left field, but there is 1 out. Nixon struck out to lead off the inning.
And the double by Walker. Jackson running for him, and the single by Varitek.
Squeeze.
Squeeze is on, and they've got Jackson trapped. Damian Jackson will be tagged out. Up to second goes Varitek. So successful earlier in the season, but not this time.
Johnny Damon, fastball too. Pretty good pitch to Bunny, just didn't make contact. And of course, once that happens, that runner at third base, this being the suicide squeeze, is just a matter of time before he's tagged out. And a lot of times you see guys miss maybe a breaking ball with the bunt, very seldom with the fastball.
Well, Varitek was able to get up into scoring position at second base. And it's 1-2 now to Damon. Foul tipped, and that gets a piece of Molina. Red Sox trying to get another run here in the last half of the 8th inning, on top 3-1. Pedro Martinez will be out there for the 9th. And Damon fouls it off, still 1-2, and when Pedro goes out there, he'll be facing Jeff Tavan and Adam Kennedy and Benji Molina, the scheduled hitters for the Angels. Works out to be 6, 7, and 8 in their order. Bouncing in this time, and Molino traps it down. 2-2. Varitek still standing at second base. Damon chops it. The shortstop Eckstein can't make the play. It's off his glove, and Varitek will score. The Red Sox do indeed add a run to their total in the bottom of the 8th. It's 4-1 Boston.
Now that's going to make Johnny Damon feel good. You know, you mess up the squeeze play, you don't make contact. You get the second out of the inning, but then he just gets the ground ball deflect off the glove of Eckstein. I thought Eckstein was going to be able to knock this down and keep that runner from scoring, but he can't do it. Right off the top of the glove, and once it gets by him, another run for Boston.
So Damon at first, and here's Bill Miller, who's 1 for 4 tonight. He's single back in the first inning.
21 steals for Johnny Damon. He's been caught only 4 times. And if Miller gives him the opportunity, he'd probably try to steal here with the 2 outs.
Damon bluffs. Miller showing bunt, and Damon back to the bag.
Showing bunt just to try to keep that catcher back a little if Damon was going. That's the one thing you taught. If you're hoping the guy steals or you think he's going to steal, try to fake a bunt, pull the barrel of the bat right back in the face of the catcher. That holds him back just a bit longer.
A little closer this time at first, but Damon's back. Aaron Seeley started with the first 5 1/3, giving up 3 runs to the Red Sox. Ben Weber an inning and 2/3, giving up no runs. And Gary Glover has given up a run here in the bottom of the 8th. The 3rd Anaheim pitcher. Trained by Molina. It's a ball. There goes Damon. The pitch is high. The throw down from Molina. Not in time. Damon with a stolen base.
And that was almost like a pitch out. The count was 2-0, but the fastball was up and away, almost in the same area where a pitch out would be, but Molina one-hops the ball to second base. Nice quick tag there by Eckstein, but Damon with the head first slide. Ooh. Very close.
Miller with the green light, 3-0, fouls it off. RBI single in this inning. He now stands at second. The 3-1. Did he go? No, says Jim Joyce. Ball 4 to Bill Miller. He'll make his way down to first base on the walk.
Well, we remind you this copyrighted telecast presented by authority of the Boston Red Sox may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. In addition, the accounts and description of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Boston Red Sox.
Now the pitching coach Bud Black out there to talk to Gary Glover. No further action right now in the Anaheim bullpen. As Mike Scioscia surveys the situation, he finds Johnny Damon at second base, Bill Miller at first, a run already in. And he's dealing with a 3-run deficit. And Nomar Garciaparra will be next. Garciaparra fly to right in the first, did the same in the third, then a hit. Home run number 20 of his season in the fifth. He singled and stole a base in the seventh, so a couple of hits tonight for Nomar, including the home run. And he fights the first one off, foul. Evens up at 1-1 now to Garciaparra. Manny Ramirez waiting on deck. He'll check first. He didn't go, says Jim Reynolds, the first base umpire. Nomar ahead, 2-1. Everybody in the Red Sox starting nine has a hit, with the exception of Trot Nixon, who is 0 for 4 tonight, but everybody else with at least a hit. Fouled off the right side this time, 2-2. Strikes out Garciaparra to end the inning, but the Red Sox pick up an additional run. We're headed for the ninth. 4-1 Boston.
Some people don't realize how many nonstop flights Southwest offers, so we created this simple color-coded map to help. Baltimore to LA is red, Phoenix to Raleigh-Durham, blue, Chicago to Seattle, yellow, LA to Austin, canary yellow, Orlando to Albuquerque, teal, Las Vegas to Houston, aquamarine, Buffalo to Phoenix, beige umber, San Jose to Baltimore, pistachio, Oakland to Chicago, sea green, Albany to Orlando, puce, Tampa to St. Louis, pinkish, New Orleans to San Diego, kinda green.
You are now free to move about the country.
It's the unexpected touches that make an anniversary special. Announcing the Lincoln Mercury Anniversary Clearance, featuring end-of-the-model year savings on every Lincoln and Mercury SUV, including the award-winning Mountaineer, with no-charge moonroof and leather seating. $1,545 in savings. Now get 0% APR for 60 months or up to $4,000 cash back on select Lincoln Mercury SUVs. This is one anniversary you don't want to miss. Hurry to your New England Lincoln Mercury dealer.
Patty tried it last night.
It was so simple.
Rob thought it was too good to be true.
Then I got my bill. 10-10-987 really is cheap. 3 cents a minute and 39 cents to connect to anywhere in the U.S.
Ed's been talking to his cousins in Germany.
That 3 cents lets me call Western Europe and Canada, too.
Now Monica's using it all the time.
I just dial 10-10-987, then 1, and the number.
10-10-987. Just try it. You'll see what I'm talking about.
Any way you want it, the way you need it, any way you want it.
During the Ford authorized clearance, Explorer 4-doors are available with a no-charge power moonroof and a no-charge third-row seat. Get Explorer with $3,000 cash back or 0% for 60 months. Plus, for a limited time, you'll save over $1,400 in no-charge options. Or lease Explorer for only $299 a month. This special program ends September 2nd. Ford authorized clearance only at your New England Ford dealer.
Back at Fenway Park, Red Sox on top 4-1, and Pedro Martinez back out there for the ninth. He has 10 strikeouts as he heads into the ninth inning, and now a 3-run lead to work with the Red Sox on top 4-1. And Jeff Devannon to lead it off. Damian Jackson takes over at second base for the Red Sox after running for Todd Walker last inning. There's Jackson at second. Right back to Martinez. He'll throw Devannon out, one away in the ninth. Boston Red Sox baseball on NESN is brought to you by Southwest Airlines, by New England Ford Dealers, by the Bone and Joint Center at Caritas St. Elizabeth, where you don't have to be an all-star to be treated like one, and by Magner's Cider. One down in the ninth inning. Adam Kennedy's 0 for 2 with a walk tonight, the Anaheim second baseman, and he takes strike one. Pedro has now thrown 111 pitches in his outing tonight. His season high is 128. And he did that July 25th against the Yankees. Pedro has exceeded 120 pitches only twice this season. The other time April 22nd in Texas when he threw 121. One hopper off McCarty at first, and it goes into right field. By the time Jackson can run it down, Kennedy stands at first base.
That's interesting. The Red Sox make a couple of defensive switches here late in the game. Twice now McCarty's going in defensively at first base. Had one get away from him last night, but he was able to get the out at first base. This one, no chance after it bounces away. Jackson at second, McCarty at first. That's become kind of a regular thing for the Red Sox here late in the game.
And the error charge to McCarty that allows Kennedy to get on. Here's Benji Molina. He was 1 for 3 tonight. He singled to right his last time up. There goes the runner at first, and the pitch is in there for a strike.
Red Sox not even holding him on. They were playing behind him. As we now start to get some action down in the Red Sox bullpen. Looks like Kim loosening up just in case.
Foul tipped into Veritek's mitt. There's Byung-Hyun Kim. Pedro with 10 strikeouts tonight. One down. Kennedy at second. And the 0-2. Popped up left side. Garcia-Parra out in short left field. Underneath. And he handles out number 2. So 2 down. Adam Kennedy at second base. Rob Quinlan 1 for 3 in the game tonight. A single in the third. Strike 1 to Quinlan. Pedro trying to grab his second complete game of the year. And win number 8 of the season. Quinlan lunging after that pitch, and he's down 0-2.
And he has been stronger in these last 3 innings than he was at the beginning of the game.
34,040 on their feet at Fenway. The 0-2 pitch lined into center field, a base hit. Kennedy being waved around, and he will score the second Anaheim run. The number 9 hitter Rob Quinlan has his second hit of the night off Pedro Martinez, and this one drives in a run.
Now you got to think maybe Pedro a little anxious to get it done. You know, 0-2 count, fastball right down the middle, and credit Quinlan. He's got a couple of hits tonight off Pedro. Right over the middle of the plate on the 0-2 count. And now the potential tying run comes to the plate.
David Eckstein 1 for 4 tonight. He doubled his last time up. Pedro now charged with his second run of the night, as he has given up 9 hits to the Anaheim Angels tonight. The 1-0 in the air to left field. That goes Ramirez looking up, and that is high off the wall. Quinlan heading to third. He'll be stopped there, and diving at second base and doing so just safely is David Eckstein, who almost got it out of here to tie the game, but it kicks off the wall and a double for David Eckstein.
Well, all of Fenway Park right now can take a deep breath. That looked like it had a shot, a legitimate chance when it left the bat, and it didn't miss by very much. High off that left field wall for David Eckstein. And the Red Sox now face the situation with the potential tying run at second base. Eckstein head first in the second. Damian Jackson never really had that ball secure in his glove to apply the tag.
Well, the error at first base for McCarty, a big one in this inning. As Kennedy came around to score the second run after he reached on the error. And Pedro was able to get Molina to pop out with 2 outs. The single by Rob Quinlan, who continues to impress. And throw been a run, and the next time's double high off the wall. And the time runs in scoring position here for the Anaheim Angels. In the top of the 9th, the run already in. And after a conversation with Dave Wallace, Pedro ready to work here. He's thrown 121 pitches tonight. And has handled Darren Erstad, who's 0 for 4 in the game tonight. And he hits him with the first pitch. This will load the bases.
They pitched him inside almost all night long. He tries a cut fastball here, and it's right off the thigh of Darren Erstad. So that brings to a plate the guy that's got 2 hits against Pedro tonight, Tim Salmon.
An infield hit in the 4th, a double in the 6th inning. Lunging swing from Salmon for strike 1.
Pedro going from the windup, and of course that allows the base runner at second to get a larger lead. So any kind of base hit, Eckstein should have no problem scoring.
Salmon down 0-2. The next pitch from Martinez would be number 125. He's got 10 strikeouts in the game. Bases loaded, 2 down, and the 0-2 away to Salmon, 1-2.
That time Pedro not making a mistake on 0-2, goes away from Salmon. And last fastball clocked at 96 miles an hour.
Reaching back, looking for a little extra something. Just missing. And it evens up at 2-2. And Veritek will head out and talk to Pedro Martinez.
Didn't miss by very much, but did miss. And I think part of this thing is to slow Pedro down a little bit. That's why Veritek has gone out to talk to Pedro.
Young Kim still warming in the Boston bullpen. Pedro trying to go all the way here as he works in the top of the 9th inning. Red Sox on top 4-2, but the Angels have them loaded with 2 down in the 9th. 2-2 the count and the pitch. Pop picked up foul off the first base side. McCarty charging towards the dugout, but that is back and out of play.
Every little ounce of energy that he's got left, he's letting loose. 96 the last fastball. It's his highest they've been reading all night long.
And he's 127 pitches deep. And the velocity appears to be growing. Pedro ready, the 2-2 pitch. Strike three to Salmon to end the game. He goes looking on strikeout number 11 for Pedro Martinez. The Red Sox win it 4-2.
Strikeout number 11 to end the game. Tim Salmon, that ball might have been up and away. Dale Scott with the strike call. Game over.
And 56 minutes this one took, and the Red Sox, some anxious moments there in the ninth, but Pedro Martinez with 11 strikeouts tonight. He picks up his 8th win in a 4-2 Boston victory. The Red Sox have taken the first 2 games of this 3-game series against Anaheim.
The Foxwoods chance play of the game, the terrific catch by Johnny Damon. This was in the 7th inning of Adam Kennedy going back to the scoreboard, back against the wall, and makes a spectacular catch. The Foxwoods chance play of the game.
So in front of 34,040, the Red Sox better their record to 66-46 with the win here tonight, as the Red Sox win this one 4-2 and make a winner of Pedro Martinez, who goes all the way for the 2nd time this season, and this time it's good for his 8th win. Pedro 8-2. The loss goes to Aaron Seeley, who drops to 6-9. Again, the final: Boston 4, Anaheim 2. For Jerry Remy, this is Don